I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let's enter into today's sutras. Today's subject is divine power of clairvoyance. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, 148th Sutra, in the 3rd chapter, 42nd verse. Let's enter into the sutra. Srotra akashayoho sambandha samyamat divyam srotram. Swami Vivekananda translates the sutra as through samyama and the relation between the ear and the akasha comes divine hearing. Swami Prabhavananda translates as by making samyama and the relation between the ear and the ether, one obtains supernatural powers of hearing. Swami Sachidananda translates as by samyama and the relationship between ear and ether, supernormal hearing becomes possible. Bhagavan Osho translates as by performing samyama and the relationship between the ether and the ear, superphysical hearing becomes available. The key word in the sutra is divyam shrotram, the divine hearing. I wanted to translate this word, divine hearing, in 3 ways. 1, able to hear whatever is happening inside, able to hear anything happens anywhere in the world outside. Not only happens, happened also. Third, ability to hear the cosmic sound, the soundless sound created by the whole cosmos moving, being alive. Ability to hear whatever is happening inside. Please understand, your heart is pumping, blood is flowing, lungs are functioning. Why you don't hear all that sound? If you can hear the sound of your heart function, you can avoid blood pressure and pulse disturbances the moment it starts happening. You can prevent heart getting damaged. The moment pressure goes up and pulse rate changes, pulse rate goes up, you will know, wow, I am not supposed to eat all the junk which I am grabbing and dumping inside the body. It is time I get to be a little more intelligent. I should become a little more disciplined. You will alter because you know something is seriously wrong inside. For example, when you have a cut in the finger, you don't just keep quiet because it is so visible, vivid. You immediately take care. If you have a cut in the finger and your doctor says you are not supposed to eat something and do something, you will obey your doctor. But if you have a problem in the heart and your doctor says don't do all these things, you don't obey. Because the vivid experience is missing. It is there somewhere hidden in the godown, garage, where you don't see or feel or smell. Stinking. Only suddenly, forcibly, if you are pushed into the garage one day, you look at, oh God. What do you mean, oh God? That is the way it was for last 25 years. Dirty, stinking, unattended. Ability to hear whatever is happening inside. Your stomach is shouting from morning till night. Sometimes overloaded from outside food, sometimes feeling full because it is not getting cleaned properly, blockage in the drainage system. Too much of inflow and the outflow is not proper. It is suffering. It is sending you the signals, creating all kinds of sounds, gadamuda, gadamuda. You say, it's okay. You don't attend. Not attending intelligently the sounds created inside the body is the root cause of all physical disorders. I can say even mental disorders. Your brain creates subtle sounds before it creates depression chemicals. If you can be little aware, you don't even need to be aware of all the sounds happening all over the body. Just the sound in the stomach and the head, these two is enough. You don't even need to bother about the sound of the heart and sound of the lungs. Sound in the stomach, sound in the head. These two, if you are aware, you will just be informed very clearly before any disorder, disease, disturbance. Only punishment for unconscious is just disregarding its existence. Not even hating, disregarding. You live with so much of unconsciousness, especially related to your body. You do not even know how to disregard it. I can define samyama. Samyama is disregarding unconscious on particular subject in all three levels. Physical, mental and conscious. In all three levels you need to disregard the unconsciousness with which you are living. I can say the sound of your lungs functioning is almost the sound experienced in the center point of the tsunami. If you can amplify that sound and properly listen, you will experience exactly the sound experienced in the center of a tsunami. Can say cyclone, sorry. Tsunami is a side effect of cyclone, center of the cyclone. Cyclone is the air phenomena, tsunami is the water phenomena. center of the cyclone. Life experience with pure awareness is samyama. Patanjali is giving us a powerful samyama to awaken this extraordinary superphysical hearing powers. First is hearing all the sounds happening inside, as I explained. Second, hearing all the sounds of outside. Whatever is happening, wherever is happening, happened or happening, you will be able to hear through this samyama. And whatever sound created by the very cosmos being alive, that's what we call omkara, pranava. Hearing that sound is the third power. Divyam Shrotram. Let us now enter into the exact technique, process. Again, before doing this samyama, you need to clean both your ears completely using some of the traditional herbal oils. There are traditional herbal oils, just few drops, if you put it in your ears, it will completely clean your ears, make it alive, so that you can start doing samyama. The contemplation becomes easy. The exact process is visualize the space where the sounds hit your eardrums and becomes experience in you. Please understand, when the sound hits your eardrum, becomes an experience like a music or a word or just sound. You need to concentrate on both your eardrums. Bring your awareness to both your eardrums. Sit on your eardrums with restful awareness and see how the sounds come and hit it and gets converted into an information or experience or a file to be attended. Then after that, immediately you start attending that file, classifying it as a sound or music or the sound of a bird, sound of air or a word. You classify. I am not bothered about the meaning or the after effect of it. Forget about it. But when the sound comes and hits your ears, what exactly happens? How it gets converted into information. Contemplate on that. Do samyama on that. this samyama will directly bring you out of depression. Depression is nothing but unconscious processing of unnecessary sounds hits your eardrum externally and internally. Please understand. When you do samyama on your eardrums, where the sound is experienced, you will realize a great truth. Sound is not only hitting your eardrum from outside, it is hitting your eardrum from inside also. That is what I call the sounds of insight, inner space. All depression and sleep disorder will disappear through the samyama within 21 days. Anybody filled with depression or sleep disorders, do the samyama. Just yesterday somebody was telling me, I wake up even with a small sound, Swamiji. I can't sleep continuously. Please do this samyama. This is the solution for you. It will completely heal. The whole problem of that sleeplessness. For Kumbhakarna, it was working in the extreme level. That is why nothing could wake him up. No, really. His unconscious was so extreme. He was in such a deep depression and mess. His tamas was so huge. He will not even move his body for eating. He had a special kind of a cot. No, really. He will just sit up, eat for 6 months, and sleep for next 6 months. When he sleeps, after 3 months, on particular 15 days, he will clear his stomach during sleeping. There used to be a huge army to clean. Ravana has become too tired of this job. He built a separate palace near the ocean so that the drainage becomes easy. I can say that first STP system on the planet Earth, sewage treatment plant, was built in Sri Lanka for Kumbhakarna. It was too much. I can imagine the size of pipes which Ravana would have used. Otherwise, it is impossible to have such huge sewage treatment plant system. He was so unconscious about the inner and outer sounds not only he can't be woken up, he has taken a boon from Brahma that nobody should disturb his sleep for any reason during the 6 months, and he should only wake up naturally after 6 months. Brahma said, all right, nobody will wake up. Don't worry. This guy is not keeping quiet, and he says, he asks one more boon. If anybody wakes me up, it should become inauspicious to them. Brahma gives that boon. That is why Vibhishana reminds Ravana again and again, don't wake up Kumbhakarna, it is not good for you. And after Vibhishana moves to Rama's camp, Vibhishana's daughter reminded, Mandodari, you know the boon Vibhishana has, you know the boon Kumbhakarna has from Brahma. Anybody wakes him up, it is inauspicious to that person and the country. Tell Ravana not to wake Kumbhakarna, postpone the war. He will wake up in next 3 months. Then let him go to the war. It will do good to your husband. But poor Ravana, so much of anger. In anger, you do not know when to start the war. Cool guys, wait. Do things properly, but successfully. These Ravanas, don't have patience. Anger will not allow the clear decision-making intuition to be active or alive. This fool goes and wakes up Kumbhakarna. He sends one full battalion to beat all kinds of drums and blow pipes, horns, everything in the ear. Nothing is working. For 20 days, these fellows are blowing left and right. Nothing happened. Finally, by mistake, Kumbhakarna just turned his head in sleep. Just his breathing force, all the army got blown away. Some went inside and got stuck in his lungs. Some blown away into the ocean. They were not able to wake him up. Then they go to the next step of beating him with huge trees carried by elephants. Finally, he felt like a mosquito biting. And he just used one hand to beat the mosquito. All 1,000 elephants disappeared. Became chutney. And he just put it in the ocean. It's a very powerful visual description by Valmiki. Kambar, who wrote this whole episode in Tamil, he writes in a very beautiful rhythm. When he says all the army was using huge trees carried by hundreds of elephants to hit him, he is using the example how women grind the paddy using the pestle. In Indian villages, Tamil Nadu villages, something called pestle is used to grind the rice, remove the shell of the rice, cover of the rice. So he's saying, just like how women use the pestle to grind the rice, it'll make a small stone base and a huge piece of wood made out of teak with the iron edge will be used to break the rice and remove the cover. He is comparing that scene with these elephants, hundreds of elephants running and hitting Kumbhakarna with the huge uprooted trees. Just that fellow felt like a mosquito biting and picked up all 1,000 elephants and threw it in the ocean. Finally, they couldn't do anything. They put fire to his cloth and to his hair. Only after experiencing fire, he woke up. That is why the Purana describes very beautifully. They put fire on his body before his death just to remind him that he is going to die in few days. He woke up, went to fight and died in 3-4 days and disappeared into the ocean. Anyhow, Kumbhakarna means insensitive covered ears. Please understand, most of us are living as Kumbhakarna as far as inner space is concerned. If you are not hearing the sounds happening inside, you are a Kumbhakarna. At least that Kumbhakarna wakes up once in 6 months. You don't wake up forever. All the thoughts which goes on inside, you don't hear. You don't hear anything. Just goes on and on and on. Kumbhakarna is tamas, Ravana is rajas, Vibhishana is sattva. This samyama will remove all the tamas related problems. But this rajas anger only misuses Kumbhakarna. Otherwise Kumbhakarna is a nice guy. He is just sleeping, that's all. He doesn't disturb. He is not interested in disturbing Ravana or Rama. He is neither interested in Ravana or Vibhishana or Rama. He just wants his food and sleep. But this poor Ravana, Rajas, restlessness, is trying to use tamas. Tamas always feels more friendly with Rajas than Sattva. That's the problem. All the problems related to tamas can be cured, healed with this samyama. Depression, all the problems related to hearing can be cured. And I can tell you, because your ears become very sensitive, even the problem of overeating can be solved. Because your body sends certain signals to your brain, certain sounds when you have eaten enough, but you don't listen to that sound. You are too busy. All the problems Kumbhakarna had, overeating, oversleeping, or depression, everything can be healed. Not only that, even the sleep disorders, unable to sleep also will be healed. Unable to sleep and oversleeping is one and the same. It is just different, two different sides of same coin. Let me come back to the samyama. Exact technique. Clean your ears with some herbal cleaning oils. Maybe I can make one specially for cleaning your ears for this samyama. and make it available through our Siddha products. And second, sit in a place where there is continuous sound, like a waterfalls, or traffic sound, or river flowing, or even AC machine or fan sound. Sit in a place where there is a continuous flow of sound. Only then you will be able to do this samyama. Bring your awareness to the space inside your ears where the sound is hitting your eardrums. Just exactly do samyama on that space and see what is happening, how the sound is hitting your eardrums and how you are experiencing sounds. That's all. I'll guide you into the samyama for 2 minutes so that you will have a glimpse, an idea. I'll use music to create the continuous sound flow. Later on, when you try in the place where there is continuous sound, either artificial or natural. Anything is okay. But there should be continuous sound flow. Please sit straight and close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your ears, both eardrums. You can realize always one eardrum in your body works less than the other eardrum. By natural way. But you put your samyama, awareness, on both eardrums. Try this samyama when you find time. It will heal you from all the depression disorders and hearing disorders. I bless you all who are sitting with us at this moment. More than 723 locations in one-way connection. In 5 places in two-way connection, in 241 cities, in 28 countries. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.